folks. Hello, folks. Good afternoon, motherfuckers. Doug Ross. All right, so not an impromptu live as much as it is a live that's trying to let me clean up a little bit. A guy called me. I made the error of posting something on LinkedIn, of chatting with somebody on LinkedIn, and I unfortunately I must have I know I scared this person. I know this guy thinks I'm out of my fucking mind. I am not. I assure everyone. It is 4 o'clock. Thank God, did it. 4 o'clock. Rushed a little bit, a little flushed, but I did make it. Welcome, Doug Rice Show. A lot of folks are adding themselves. I appreciate it. Please remember, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm in my converted office, and it's a little warm, a little humid. We have a lot of monsoon weather, and so I have to have the AC just so, and just leave it like that. I would get up and turn it down a little bit, but I don't want to leave. So there. All right. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm Doug Rice. Welcome to the show. Let's talk. Kind of impromptu. I had somebody call me, and I guess they did not realize that I am like this. I'm like this for real. You know, the way I do this is best. Me, what's up, Shalom, is not looking for as long as I can take it. So I'm going to get right here so you guys can see me. All right, so Black News. This is what we do. Black News every fucking day. Let's see. Black News, the caucasity, the inference of caucasity, the subtle nuances delivered expertly with precision, expert rifle-like ease, right between our psychic eyes every fucking day and without relent. That's what we suffer, folks. That's caucasity, the message of caucasity. The driving, the pounding, the hedonistic, the pursuit of all that is current and will soon pass away. If we don't understand that the world seems to be getting and moving vigorously toward this pursuit of almost, you want to ask almost what? When I see black men openly just expressing the narrative. When I see them, look, man, I know I can't bring it up enough, but why do you need to sell blood in tennis shoes? Somebody can explain that to me. Appreciate that. And why do you have to be in a dress? Why does black maleness have to be feminized? What is the deal with that? I mean, why nowadays? I mean, I'm looking at commercials. They got some guy that's following behind a chick, and she's got two assistants. One assistant is a white guy. The other assistant is a clearly gay black guy. Not that. Look, you want to be gay, be as gay as you want to be. But why do we have to be this pigeonholed caricature of what appears to be an onslaught against black maleness? I mean, white maleness is fucking worshipped. White maleness is celebrated. White maleness is uplifted. It's honored. It's cherished. It's protected. It's valued. White maleness is all of these things. Black maleness is questionable. Inconsistent. Sometimes. And if, as a black man in this country, you go to the point of expressing your black maleness as a white male does, you very well may have authorities called on you. I dare say that if any of us go about this penal colony for Negroes intent on acting like a man, folks, let me tell you something. It's going to be trouble. If you don't know what you're doing, if you come off too strong, they'll call authorities on you. Y'all know I'm telling the fucking truth. Get mad. I dare you. Get mad. Get upset in public, black men. I double dog dare you. Raise your fucking voice in the wrong place. Rightfully so. I double dog dare you. Let me tell you something, black men. You can walk in a situation without a smile on your goddamn face and be faced with an interrogation that checks your mental temperature, shove that fucking thermometer so far up your ass, yank it out. They want to know what your problem is. Why aren't you smiling? Why aren't you making them feel comfortable? Now, I'm not harping on this. I'm telling the truth. Black maleness. Seriousness. Now, what's black maleness? Look, black maleness, no joking. It's not an ominous, ever-present threat that somehow, has you looking as if this is your last moment on earth. No, that's not really what it's like to be about black maleness. So you don't have to run from it. You don't have to call the police on it. What you do is you treat it like white maleness. It's not there to threaten you. It's not there to hurt you. It's not there to... When a white man gets upset somewhere and there's a legitimate beef, people are, doing everything they can to accommodate. Sir, what's the problem? Especially if they do it right. You know how they do it. You know how they do it. They go over, you all know the ones that get away with the fucking caucasity right in your face. They play it like a fine-tuned goddamn instrument, don't they? Know exactly what to say. I mean, the Karens just cry. You get a Karen to cry with a police officer on the other end, action is about to be taken. But these dudes, they come in there, and they act like, this, the news is up here snooty, and people just... Now, black man comes in, he wants some action, he wants some act right, he wants some fucking service. Excuse me, do you know what time you might be done? Sir, we need you to calm down. I'm sorry, what? Stop yelling, sir, or we're going to have to call security. What you going to call security? That's it. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, what the fuck? Seriously, sir? Like, you're going to call security? I just wanted a number one with fries. What the fuck? Seriously? Man sentenced for attacking black neighbors, Michigan home. Search term black news in the Google internets. And so we come up on location, ABC News 2 days ago, and I'm going to read it anyway. Man sentenced for attacking black neighbor's Michigan home. A white neighbor who shot at a black family's Michigan home. Let me read that again. A white neighbor who shot at a black family's Michigan home, slashed tires on a vehicle, and wrote racist graffiti on a pickup truck, told the judge he did it because of a Black Lives Matter sign in the window. Did you? Right? Man sentenced for attacking black neighbor's Michigan home. This news comes from abcnews.go.com. A white neighbor who shot at a black family's Michigan home, slashed tires on a vehicle, and wrote racist graffiti. All of this acting caused by a fucking sign. So let me understand this, sir. You walked past people's homes. You saw a Black Lives Matter sign in the window. And this, the sight of these words caused you not only to shoot at another person's vehicle, which I might add really sucks. That's hard to fix. Just to let you know. Moving on. Racist graffiti on the truck. Shit, he's got to fucking get that off too. Moving on. Oh, and he slashed the. Well, you just ruined a fucking car. For what? He ruined the motherfucker's car because he saw a sign in his window. And y'all are sitting here, got any nerve to look at me crossways, sideways, upways, downways. Did I tell you, get that fucking grin off your face out here? Now, I got to ask y'all a question. Let's just ask the question. Now, this gentleman, this person who did this individual, you cannot tell me that black people haven't passed him by in just common vision, and he has not just looked at as if he couldn't or wouldn't harm a fly. How are you? What's up? How you doing? Chilling? Right. Don't act like this is not happening. Here's my problem. You know, when I point this out and people want to tell me, man, you're being divisive, you're being this, all you point out is the negative shit. This is them in my timeline. But the trip is they don't understand. First, this shit's happening. This isn't abstract. I'm reading this fucking news because the fucking news happened. So this isn't out of my goddamn imagination. You feel me? Don't complain because I'm reading the facts. That's first, I tell you. Second, you don't know what's in front of you. You just, look, folks, y'all need to feel me. What's the trigger for the ones that pass by you every day, grin, smile, how you doing? What would it take to move that appearingly reasonable person towards an act of racist expression in the form of graffiti, in the form of how you gonna shoot somebody's car because they got a black light? So basically, the representation of your opinion moved this murderous individual to action. Folks, what's it gonna fucking take to back the goddamn fuck away from it? Why? Ain't nothing personal. We don't know who we're dealing with. I don't understand this. No, you know what? That dealt with, Rachel. I'm gonna tell you something. Rachel, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think that the level of rage, the level of angst, animosity, the level of murderous intent, the level of just heinous hatred, that thing which pours through these beings' DNA, man, let me tell you something. I don't think I want them to raise the stakes of what they might do if one of them gets dealt with. Remember, I don't know about you. I mean, I do something to somebody, but I don't really want to burn anybody alive. You know. Which one of us wants to castrate somebody, for God's sake? Somebody do something to you. I mean, you do something to them, but who goes the extra mile, Rachel? I mean, dealt with is dealt with, but then they might determine that they're gonna deal. And I got to tell you, Rachel, from what they're telegraphing, all of their movies and the images and the media and all the things that they promote about themselves that says we are dangerous, that shit's working on me, Rach. I'm beginning to believe these motherfuckers. Now, you hear me. Now, I didn't say we couldn't get down. Don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying there's a particular kind of barbarity that we've experienced at the hands of these Gentiles. I don't need to trigger. And so I say instead, learn from this. Why are you amongst them? How about that, damn it? And if you must, why must you even, and I understand the expression, this is not your country. Fuck your expression. Now, how about that? What do we have to do? Now, listen, I tell you why I'm on the air. I'm sorry, Rage. That's right. And they can't control themselves, and we can. You see, I would say dealt with was an option, but we would deal with an individual under some semblance of justice and order. We would met out the appropriate compensation for such an act. And I'm pretty sure a life would not be lost. But I dare say that if one of us perhaps were to whistle a white woman in a particular time in this country, well, the repercussion of that event may not bear equal fruit. So I say don't fuck with them. Leave them alone. They're serious. They're dangerous. Leave them alone. Believe them. That's what I say. No cowardice. We ain't punks. They know that or they wouldn't be afraid of us. What I'm saying is believe what the fuck they telling about themselves. And if you don't believe that, believe their history. Try that. No, stay the fuck away from them. They don't need to be dealt with. You know who need to be dealt with? The motherfuckers who moved in that neighborhood need to be dealt with. Excuse me, brother, sister. But why don't we bring y'all over here? We have a community that we will prepare for brothers and sisters where we police ourselves. When we look out for one another, we don't call the authorities. We are the authorities in this neighborhood. Nobody puts their hands on another Hebrew. That is a rule. So we don't need to get any Gentiles involved. There are no slave catchers that need to be involved, and we don't need to be amongst those who don't wish us amongst them. Now, I dare say, had that sign not been seen, well, then, of course, that attitude would have remained dormant. Perhaps it was best that came out. What lesson have we learned? I'm going to tell you that a white guy, he decided he wanted an experiment. He wanted to do an experiment. You guys can find this online. He wanted to do an experiment. He wanted to find out, is the South really racist or are we just bullshit? It was a cute little experiment. It lasted all about a few hours or so, and he left in fear for his life. But he held up a sign in the corner of fucking Jerkwater, fucking town somewhere in goddamn Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia. Pick one. And he held up a sign with Black Lives Matter. Now, I watched as car after car went past this young white dude telling him, you better be out of here by sundown. We don't play that shit here. You want to get shot? That's a white dude. So when Representative Scott tells all of us Americans, left, right, up, down, that racism is a thing of the past, well, I'm trying to figure out what history he's in. Racism is a thing of the past for those that ignore racism in this country. That's what racism is. And for those that forget, and for those that ignore, for those that decide not to look, racism becomes a thing of the past. And it's not exclusive only to our oppressors. As you see, brothers and sisters, Negroes, have the audacity to believe this. What Kool-Aid they have swallowed. So today, the reason I'm doing this, trying to clean up a little bit, because guy called me off LinkedIn. Brother called me, in a realtor. And he got a few minutes of this. And I figured, oh, Jesus, he probably thinks I'm insane. My suggestion was that we call brothers and sisters around the country, encourage them to find out what service, what product they need, and then to seek out that service or product provided by Negroes in their vicinity, and not just encourage them to spend, to do business with us without asking for a damn discount, I might add. But also, if necessary, to create an appointment to do that very thing right now, because there's no better time than right now to do business with a Negro. Negroes. Here's what I'm saying. You got me suggesting, telling, preaching to people every day. What's up, good brother? Every day to avoid caucasity. And I said, you know what? That may come at a cost. Avoiding caucasity is shocking to the caucastic system. In some respects, those who cleave to the good old days when we were here primarily to keep them happy, satisfied, and content. Those days are now waning, and so there may be some sort of retribution that may come into play that may necessitate us to look to ourselves for the things in life we need. And I encourage brothers and sisters to start spending money amongst ourselves till kingdom come. I always add that caveat because you got to work with the kingdom in mind, because all this shit's going. But we have to eat. We have to work. We have to be here. And since, if I might connect the two, since we are supposed to separate from the nation, since we are a separate and set apart nation of Hebrews, I mean, I've proven that, I believe, through all of the things you've seen me post, all the books I tell people to please look at, and the PDF files. Folks, the glory of PDF files is that there is no ISBN number, no book registry. And there are books in PDF format that I demand some of you read. I will leave links. I have links. But these things point to a need for us to be conscious of our unique place, not only in history, but in this place. Our term is over. We are no longer under the curses. It cannot be until when the Most High returns. I lost my train of thought. When the Most High returns, and I believe shortly, that'll conclude this chapter. But as it stands right now, folks, let me tell you something. Why do you think we have the attitude we have, and why do you think they have the fear they have? You need to understand. We are between the stages here. We are right between, we're a precipice. In Poland, in Hungary, white supremacy, right-wing white nationalism is growing by leaps and bounds. In Poland, they reported yesterday that they're ridding themselves through law, foreign media. It's not law yet, but they want to kick out, I believe, a news station. It's doing some good reporting on the spread of white supremacy there in Europe. And they want to keep that hush-hush and unfettered. Isn't that wonderful? Like, we need more white supremacy, though. Well, guess what, folks? We got it. Hungary. What the fuck is these people doing? What are they on? So, what's good? So I just need to get this straight because this is just kind of I'm fucked up on this. So white supremacy is so good. Being white is so good that you don't even want to hear anything else. Not only that, everybody's got to be on board, and it's just I mean, is it that wonderful? It can't be that wonderful. You guys keep dropping dead. I mean, if I watched one or two live beyond 160, I could entertain the fact that maybe there's something uniquely good about a people on this planet, but I can only point to there being something uniquely bad about a people on this fucking planet. So don't tell me about white supremacy unless you're talking about the supremacy with which they murder, the supremacy with which they lie. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings? I mean, if you're going to be supreme, if you're going to call yourself supreme, at least identify what the fuck you're good at. You're good at killing. That's what I'm saying, right? I've not met a supreme white person, though. I've not met a supreme person who happens to be white. And I think KRS-One said this in one of his rather brilliant gatherings. I like KRS-One. Even I don't agree with everything he says. I don't agree with everything a lot of folks say, but I love the way some of them put it. So, and I know you guys know, Tariq, all of them. I may not agree with everything, but the way they assert blackness, man, let me tell you something. Let them brothers speak. KRS-One said that he had yet to meet a supreme white man. He was waiting. I was like, what is he talking about? He said in a group of white children. And he said, yeah, we're looking at a supreme white man, a man that stood for real honor, for justice. He wants to meet one. He has yet to meet one. I was like, oh wow, that's interesting, right? As they call, if they were really supreme, it would be noticeable. Wouldn't it be noticeable if they were supreme? Supremacy doesn't have to announce itself. It's like me coming into a room saying, I'm black. Don't have to announce that shit. You supreme? Show me. So far, not fucking impressed with white supremacy as a whole. It doesn't look supreme, doesn't act supreme, doesn't feel fucking supreme. I'm just saying, I don't know about y'all. What the fuck? Thank you, Paul. Hi, I hope you are good. God loves me. Thank you. William, what up? Man, the Taliban are telepath. Wow, the Taliban. I'm trying to figure them guys out because in one report I saw they're cool. Look, we don't want no more problems. And the other point, they're like, I can't wait for them to leave the Sharia law, baby. And for me, it's like, you know what? Y'all do your thing, man. I mean, I think they've earned the right not to be fucked with. Why don't y'all leave them folks alone? How about that? Damn, there's some of the Russians and there's some of the United States. Who's next? China? You know what? They're ready for them motherfuckers too. Bring it. I really believe that. I believe they're like, that if the Chinese decide they want to come down, we got something for them too. Fuck this shit, man. And stay the fuck out our country. That's a big blow, man. Billions of dollars gone. They just disbanded in seconds. Comparative to how much time they've been there. I'm just thinking about the Afghans grinning and cheesing and Americans facing yassa all day in their mind thinking, I can't wait till these motherfuckers leave. Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm not, everybody knows I'm not Islam, I'm not Muslim, but it is interesting that Muslims call us the children of the book, but I won't go there. Seems that we would be okay in any scenario. Don't know about you, but in the event of an emergency, I'm going to bring my Hebrew card to the table, especially if it comes with, you're going to get vigorous, because it says that Esau is the end and Jacob the beginning. Now, Esau, could that be the white man? I don't know. Esau is the white man. Is it Saudi Arabia? Is it, who knows? Who cares? Let it all play out while we sit back and await the kingdom, because that's what it's all about. We just don't need to get involved. The fight's about us, but we don't have to partake. The individual who will be here to fight on our behalf has an undefeated record. And you can take that to the bank. Why do you think they're getting so vigorous? Why do you think so many of us are doing just what I'm doing, encouraging a little closure? You know, we need closure, folks. We need financial closure. We need mental closure. We need physical closure. We need this relationship to end. It's been long enough. And we weren't invited. We were brought here. You know, you ever had one of those guests that brings a date that wasn't invited and she kind of, a little bitchy? Well, that's Negroes. And you're making her do dishes and serve people and clean up after everybody. That's Negroes. You know, does everybody get me? All right, don't forget all the minerals. Rach! Hold on, Rachel. Hold on. I might be able to keep up. I might have slowed it down a little bit. Hold on, Rachel. Minerals? No. Not the minerals, Rachel. Miss Ward. Let's not forget the heroin. Oh, did we forget about that? Did we really forget about the Afghanistan heroin? The acres of, and I mean, beautiful poppy fields. Folks, I don't know if you've ever seen it. I know it's lethal and drug infested and whatever, but whatever. If you haven't seen a poppy field full of heroin, if you will, of man, it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. And it grows naturally. And they're just walking by it, picking up some of it and putting it in their mouth. High as hell! That's why you think they got the stamina to get rid of so many folks. They be like, "Yo, I'm good, bro. You okay? I'm good. I shot in the leg, the arm, and the wrist, but I keep fighting. Feel it." That's how they won. I didn't want to let the fucking secret out. I was under a little bit of a non-compete there for a minute, but hey, the war's over now. I can tell you how they won. That's how that's how they won. Yeah, and the Americans never figured it out. Didn't you just shoot? Didn't you just shoot that? Dude, you shot that dude like 4 times. What the fuck? Dude's like, let's go, motherfucker. What you got? Dude, we gotta get. And see, what happened was the Russians knew. See, the Russians knew, but they didn't tell the Americans. You figure, and I mean, it's a strategic move. You know, the Russians find out how they are able to survive, like being blown up. This guy blew himself up into 5 pieces. He's still fighting, right? So the Russians leave Afghanistan, get chased out. The Americans come in. The Russians like, we could tell them, but fuck that. Thank you. I think that's a good, yeah. The poppy fields, dear. The poppy fields. I understand the deal was cut. Whoa! Taliban, 2. American, 0. Taliban like, where's the Chinese, baby? Hey, just give a few. Hey, Rachel, just give it like a season or 2 for regrowth. We'll be ready. I'm telling you. That's interesting, though. But you're right. They do have minerals. They have resources. And they have the will to really go after it. The will to put up a false face in front of people that are there to rob them. Because that's why America was there. Let me ask y'all a question. All these countries, America, do you actually think they're there to spread democracy? Are you really of the mind that America is somehow concerned with the welfare of Raul in a third world country who can't eat today. Now, folks, Americans are concerned. Shit, yes, of course they're concerned. But America doesn't care about little Raul not eating in third world country. America is concerned about the resources of that country, the banking system that needs to be brought in line with the rest of the banking systems, the political aspirations, and where it leans internationally. Of course, since we brought you democracy, you're with us. Stop the disingenuousness of America's lie. From having any of you believe that they think that, oh, we're doing this because we love you. No. It's just fucking lie. They didn't come here to help civilize anybody. They didn't come here to help free a nation. They didn't come tame a nation. What they did is they invaded and took, lied and stole, and they do it every day and teach everyone that comes to America that's what you do. You want to get ahead? That's what you do. You lie, you cheat, and you steal. And if that doesn't work, you can add a fourth directive. You may now kill as well. No muss, no fuss, no consequence. Just do it. Like the Nike fucking swoosh. Y'all better wake the fuck up. And we, Negroes, are surrounded by that sentiment. Now, we have to live, we have to work, we have to eat. So we have to do business. And it's my thinking that if this awakening continues pretty soon, there may be a retribution. There may be some kind of reaction to you not being available. We need to support ourselves financially in this country. And I think I should call up every black person in this country and tell them just that. And if I find that you have a goddamn need, I will set the appointment up with the service or the sale that you need to have with the black business. Oh, you didn't think I was coming back? Motherfuckers, I always come back. I'm Doug fucking Rice. Now, what do you think? Look, man, if we keep letting you, all you're going to do is take your goddamn money elsewhere. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And you want to come to my place of business. You see, I got something for sale. You got the nerve to ask me if you can get a goddamn discount. Brother, I wish you would. Don't you ask me for no discount. Do you ask them for a discount when you go and buy your fake hat? Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't know what you were looking at. Well, God damn it, it's me. Black people need to support one another, protect one another, do no harm to one another, and wait for the kingdom. Now, when I say support, that involves the financial support that we must have if we are to even remain safe during this transition. Yeah, brought that together too. Yeah, brought that right in there, didn't it? You see that just come right on in? Did you see that point just come right on in? I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Now, let me add a few things. First and foremost, ain't nothing gonna change. Do you understand me? Nothing's going to change with our oppressors. Their attitude, the way of treating us, the murders, the assaults, the carrying out. I was trying to say carrying out, but it went a little haywire. You know what the fuck I mean. The shit we have to endure. Are you fucking kidding me? Let me understand this, sir. I just want to be clear. So you were just standing here, and here's what you saw. So you saw a guy running, music was loud. Music was loud. Okay, cool. And a beer and a smoke in his hand. And the security guard came over, asked him to turn the music down, right? And the guy with the beer and the can of beer, the beer and the soda or the cigarette. Now, did he make any threatening moves with the smoke and the drink in his goddamned hand? Man, did you see him lunge at the unlicensed motherfucking security? And you got nerve to even consider not doing what I'm suggesting. I'm just talking about, hey, maybe we should go ahead and believe him. They want white supremacy pretty bad. I think they do. I think they're serious about this. And I believe we should take them seriously. Now, you may not think that. I'll read the fucking news. All right, folks. So we got that past us. That's just one article. Wow. Let's go to number 2. It's only 41 minutes into this. All right, so black news based until future. So there's a news channel based in Tallahassee looking at Atlanta as a future headquarters. I'm good with that. I mean, it's kind of sandwiched in as a black news channel chief. The network could move its head. And okay, great. I understand that. I mean, can't we even add to anything that we do or say till kingdom come? You know what that does? That puts us God conscious. What that does, conscious. That what it says is to go about your daily life always considering the Most High, putting the kingdom first. So I'm gonna do what I'm doing until I can't do it or until kingdom comes. So Black News Channel, you know, we're gonna move the headquarters to Atlanta and we'll stay there till kingdom comes. I don't know. Maybe I'm nickel and diming too motherfucking much. All right, so blacknews.com. Let's see what they got to offer. Oh Jesus, here we go. The earthquake in Haiti was worse than what you see on TV. Here's how you can help. That's not how you solicit for money. Fuck that. I'm sorry. You don't piss me off into having to think about what I'm missing and the horrors that are happening there and then ask me for money. Fuck that. Just ask for the money. Or have an article on what the fuck's actually happening. I'm sorry. This is what you get when you look at Doug Rice. All right, what's up? Founder of travel messaging for fuck Pan-African anything. Fuck that watering down of our efforts. Stop it. No. Call it just African and state Negroes steer clear. If it's Pan-African, that means it has everything to do with those nations that are currently in opposition to the Most High God's kingdom, fast approaching this planet. No. Fuck Pan-Africanism. No. Yeah, you see, you're not going to lean into this shit and tell me it's progress, motherfuckers. You can kiss my black ass. Straight up. I kid you not. I don't care about Akon trying to do a fucking $1 billion deal with the Chinese, bringing some goddamn utopia in Africa. Shit's not lasting. When is it gonna sink in that seriously the kingdom really is coming? The kingdom of God is gonna be here. And I can't imagine how many people are gonna get caught unaware, busy furthering the bullshit. And how difficult is it going to be while you're committed in this thing to do this thing to suddenly be told that thing will not be done and you have moments to get on board? How rebellious, how fast can you change your attitude? It has to change now. That's what I'm talking about, folks. I understand you want to do all the things you want to do. I'm in business, but I make sure every moment of every day I'm doing this till kingdom comes. And prepared to lose it, walk away from it, drop it, fuck it. I don't give a damn. And I think that without the caveat of us saying collectively as Negroes that we are aware, we are going about what we're doing until the kingdom of God arrives on this in this planet. I don't know how easy it will be for some to step away and literally, like Lot's wife, have to turn their back on this shit. Lot's wife should have turned her back before she started walking away. That's what's going on, man. Y'all think it's a game. It's really not. If you step back and you look, they're losing their fucking minds while at the same time distracting you away from that fact. There is no fucking way any of you cannot see report after report of caucasity gone wild against and toward black people in this country for the sole purpose, sole reason that they are who they are. And what are you going to do? Oh, Lord have mercy, y'all. I mean, that's why I do this. That's why I read. I read it because if we don't, dad killed after confronting teenage boy who snuck in his home to see his underage daughter. The father killed. Now, how did that occur, I wonder? What values are being administered and who's teaching those values? And try this. You'll know where I'm coming from. Did the father ever have a chance to get through? Probably not. The world's coming at these kids from every fucking direction, from in their hand, from in front of the TV, the games, the people around them. And you got to combat this bullshit. And this poor Hebrew, this poor brother, faced with some idiot that wants to see his daughter, gets murdered trying to defend her. It's amazing. And you wonder why I say we got to back away from this shit. We have to congregate amongst each other. We have to come together, black folks. Not doing shit. Sorry. Just what you've been doing. It's regular, day by day living. We have to come together before kingdom comes. And it's not us coming together as much as it is us getting away from fucking danger. What the fuck? So what happens? I play my music too loud in my car, and there's a danger that I'm murdered by some weak-minded man who can't somehow deal with the methodical drum that he hears. What is it that angers them? Do they feel afraid? Is the native practice of beating drums, is that really driving them to kill? What is it about our music, our expression, our connection with creation that upsets these motherfuckers so? I don't know, man. So don't fault me for suggesting that maybe we take a break. I don't think they can handle it anymore. I think the pressure is getting to them. Now, where the pressure is coming from, it's not from us, but I think the pressure is getting to them. Now, I read scripture. I can tell you, from my understanding, where this pressure emanates. But I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I do recommend that each of you, Hebrews, read scripture. Read all 88 books of the Bible. That's right. Get an Ethiopian-based Bible and read with commentary. Get to the heart of this shit. and find out why they've taken books out of the Bible that point to individuals that must go. There's an ominous message, but not for us. If you recognize that that message exists and take the appropriate steps to separate yourself from the world, you're going to look absolutely insane. Thereby giving the indication that you are on the right track. Or what? I'm Doug Rice. Thanks so much for tuning in. Oh, no, I'm not going anywhere. I just said thanks. All right. Black News Channel. Let's try this. I don't know. Not impressed. I'm drinking coffee, so we're going to do this in a minute. All right, so we go. Oh, my God. Why do I have to fucking see George Floyd's face? You actually, no. Oh, no. No, you see, because there's no reason to get me this amped up. I'm already good. You keep showing me this man's face, and you just, I don't know why you want to start it all over again. I'd rather not. I'm not going to. Because it's all about something that, happened either regarding him. I don't want to know because, I don't like the fact. I don't like the fact that that man begged. And nobody took action. Nobody got killed taking action. Yeah, that's right. I said. What do you want me to do? Yeah. See, if there were a point at which you consider seriously taking overt action, well, I'm going to say that that was the point. And nobody moved. And the dude got 10 years. Isn't that great? Yeah. Yes, so I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just going to move forward. What we got here? Death of the Cape. Nope. Yeah, still no change in there. Let's see here. Good Black News. You know what? I'll give them a try. Good Black News. Here we go. Aretha Franklin playlist. They're offering that. That's good. No, I don't do fluff. I'm sorry, folks. I don't do distracting fluff. I don't care about what good is happening to us in prison. I read yesterday or the day before that some Black historical landmarks were destroyed. I said, oh, good start. Burn them all. Oh, what? What you mad? Oh, no, don't be mad. The creators already said that the remembrance of everything here is going to be wiped away. Won't even be brought to, no. Yeah, it all needs to go. Listen to me. Don't celebrate incarceration. Don't celebrate servitude. Don't Stockholm syndrome your fucking life away in this penal colony for Negroes. Don't do it. Know where you at. Because they know where you at. Let me tell you something. Nothing looks more pathetic than us walking about this penal colony with a fucking smile on our goddamn faces. Folks, I don't even want to tell you. I mean, that one thing, if we could remove smiling as we go about our daily lives, and we couple that with congregating amongst ourselves, spending our dollars amongst ourselves in preparation for this to be wiped away, just surviving. That's all. We're not trying to, this isn't a utopia, not trying to start a new anything. We have to be clear when this shit happens. Like a train wreck. You know a train wreck's about to happen. What do? You get clear. You don't jump in the path of the train and try to stop it, do you? I say that to say the approaching civil war that is most certain to happen in this country does not involve Negroes. Like, I mean, you need to understand there is no side that's our side. Let them fight amongst themselves, recess from the danger area, and make no sudden moves, motherfuckers. They're dangerous. You know, you gotta think of it like two lions fighting each other, and one of them is over there. And if you move, they're gonna turn their attention to you and fuck you up. Best to let them fight each other while you steer clear and wait, because there's an elephant coming. It's going to put an end to the shit. All right, folks, how we doing? Are we good? You're not bored, are you? Huh? You better not be fucking bored listening to me. At least I'm saying something. And believe me when I tell you I'm like this in real life, I'm not a bullshitter. I'm like this. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. But, what the fuck can you do? I'm fucking fed up. What can you do? You mad? You don't like I'm like this? Fuck you. I'm sorry. Fuck that. No. You're not going to tell me, look what we've done for black people while white supremacy reigns free. No, you're not going to do that. You're not going to spoon feed me Juneteenth on a goddamn silver platter like I asked for that shit. Like I needed another fucking holiday. Like I give a fuck about Juneteenth. Let me tell you something. Juneteenth is right up there with Christmas, motherfuckers. What? So what did you expect? A motherfucker like me was bound to happen, man. Moving on. So black news, they're not really giving much. Bastards. They're not really giving me much, Let's see the griot. Let's see what the griot has to offer. Police caller must pay harassed Black Lives Matter protesters $4,500. For what? Because you couldn't take it? It's weak. Former ice cream shop owner accused of calling police on peaceful Black Lives Matter protesters was ordered Wednesday to pay them $500 each by a judge for violating their civil rights. I'm just going to say this for the cheap seats. I don't want a dime of that motherfucker's money. Tell him to take that shit and shove it up his ass. I don't need it. You send me something, I'm going to write, fuck you on the check, send it right back. Have a good one, bud. You take that money. We got to consider the opposite of everything presented to us now. This is crunch time. I'm just saying, man. I mean, take the money if you have to. Pay it down. But otherwise, I'm just joking. Let me see here. That's just, oh, wow. Protesters, savages. He's calling us savages. Savages. Wow. What are they afraid of? What do they really see when they look at us? For one of them to call to the point they have to pay motherfuckers $4,500, calling us name. What is it that moves them? I like to get in the motive of an issue. If you understand my meaning, I like to consider what occurred, what led up to the phone calls. His anger built up. He saw black people doing something that either frightened him or made him angry. And it caused him to act out in such a manner that It was so shocking that they make him pay each of the protesters $500. What kind of damage does the judge think this guy imposed? It's a quandary what goes through their minds at this point. You're wondering what frequency is being tuned to. What are they hearing? What voice keeps repeating itself when they see us? And from when? 50s? I mean, what do you want? The fucking good old days? Is that what you want? When you called us all kind of crazy derogatory names in public and to our faces and talked about us while present as if we weren't there. What do you want? What do you really? And let's examine something, folks. I thought about this yesterday. I'm glad I thought of it now. The concept of slavery in itself is nearly contrary. Now, we know slaves existed, but slavery by European standards is the thought of servitude on steroids. I've seen the opulent European fantasy of people dressing you, of people doing these things, of 30 servants accomplishing your day through automation. That's not how human beings are supposed. Who the fuck told you got money and you feel you can just pay a person to wipe your ass and you feel that's appropriate? Why wipe your own ass, right? No, motherfucker. No. Are you fucking for real? So the idea that others should do the work and I must prosper while resting and do nothing to contribute to my own existence, that's contrary to God. That's absolutely contrary to God. Let me tell you something. They had slaves in the biblical days, and the owners had jobs. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you had a slave, right? Okay, but it's not like the slave, like, did your job, motherfucker. The slave did the job you assigned to them, and then you see that slave look over to the left, and there your happy ass is. And then it's only for 50 years, too, right? Y'all remember that, too. Biblical slavery lasts for 50 years. So did they forget what Christopher Columbus? Christopher Columbus, look, folks, on Christopher Columbus, thanks, Rach. You keep me going. Savagery is what I can say about Christopher Columbus. What he did was he left, I'm just going to say it, he left white folks down there to enjoy their conquered and newfound territory. And he came back to a fucking nightmare that he continued with his disease. What's God got to do to tell everybody he wants people separate and tribal? What's God got to do? What kind of diseases does he have to give motherfuckers? And how foreign do you have to be as an entity? How manipulated is your genetic code? How hybrid a human being are you that wherever you go, you carry disease that kills millions? How is that? Anybody want to answer that? People have been traveling back and forth on these continents for thousands of years. People. Yes, they didn't discover America. The bottom half of America was promised to an African queen. Check my fucking math. Yes, they were trading from Africa to the bottom half of the Americas long before Christopher Columbus was even a spot in his great grandfather's eye. What? Nobody died. Nobody was wiped out. They just traded. Here. It's only until these altered beings who extracted themselves out of caves, reproduced, and migrated forcefully into these various areas, bringing with them all the diseases needed to kill off the continent. And guess what, folks? If the disease didn't do it, the folks who brought the disease would finish it off. I mean that shit. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? Why would just yesterday another one was stopped because they drove past one of us, rolled down the window, and yelled the N-word at us. Who does that? Why? What? Is there a need to do that? Are you driven? I wish there was an oppressor here to at least address that. Tell me, what satisfaction do you get from upon seeing one of us? It must be a throwback from the good old days when they corralled in cars with their pointy hoods on and would see one of us. They wouldn't yell the word. What they do is they come out their car with a rope and hang the word. It's a residual. And you're wondering why I'm telling you to stay the fuck away from Caucasians, right? Okay. Keep fucking wondering. And I'll keep fucking talking. All right. What do we got? So, you got on the phone, call us savages. I don't get it. That's right, I'm doing them on there. That's right. Get a little moisture in the mouth. All right, so, oh my God, Afghanistan. Well, now they're issuing orders now. They're telling them they got to get out, and they're also telling them that Sharia law is the order of the day. Wow. Wow, that was fast. That was fast. I wonder where this is going to lead. No time. Hour and 7 minutes, pure evil. True, yes. Hebrews had to teach also how to bathe. Yeah, I didn't want to talk about that. You know, rage. I don't want to get mean. I want to say that there are so many brothers and sisters we know, so many folks who are not us, that know who we are. We've got to make sure we know that, and we can't be too mean. But she's right. But threading the needle. Well, I don't think I'm wondering. Stay gold. I'm wondering. I mean, what's going on? And that's a harsh thing to even have to consider. But and it's, you know what? We look at and we got to just say it. White males, man. And I'm going to say this. I think that they're imitating something that looks like them. Stay gold. And I'm going to say that I think that something has infiltrated folks to a point where we don't recognize human hybrids from those things that may not be human. Stay. I've said this before. The Iranian Secret Service, the Iranian intelligence, they report, I know, what does it sound crazy? I don't care. They report that the United States is being run by tall grays. Now, look, of course that's out of left field. But damn, they all take their hair off their face. They're all a little tall, very smart, intelligent. Now there's almost translucent light, and they got some weird interests and practices. They're up to something with something that ain't us. Just that's all I can say. So I don't know that it is, as you say, a descendant of Cain issue. And the reason I'll say that stays that all of Cain's descendants were killed. Now the residual of Cain somebody may have hidden. I don't know. Yeah, during the flood, all of Cain's descendants were killed. I don't think so. I think that you're being used by individuals that are not fully human or may not be human at all. That's where I'm going to leave it. And that's what I've said. That's it. All right, hey, it's an hour and 10 minutes into this. I think I'm done. I'm good. My voice is giving out a little bit. I don't want to push it. Thank you for being here. Understand, I'm not a racist. I'm a conspiracy nut. I guess now it's out. I'm just kidding. You guys know you can put this together. Check me out on Twitter at Rug Dicer. Check me out on TikTok, Rug Dicer and Doug Rice 3. Still working on the website. I got a few interested parties, want to do a few things, but as I said, they want me to compromise, and that's not going to happen. Plus, I'm not going to get with the fucking program. You understand? I'm going to leave you with that. You understand what I'm fucking saying? For those of you that are wondering what the fuck is your problem? Rachel, one more thing. For those of you that are wondering, is he off? Yeah, I'm off. I'm a black man in America, motherfucker. Say it again. What? Are you stupid? Yep. I'm a black man in America. You know what I got to put up with? Are you crazy? I'm a black man in America. Let me tell you something. The shit that I've had to let slide, y'all know. Y'all fucking know. What you do is sit quietly and just think about some of the shit you've had to just sit through at your job, from your boss. You think about that comment. Man, don't you forget this shit, man. Little slip, motherfucker made. And when you think about the fact that some of them go crazy over music or a sign, how can you, in good faith, be amongst any without taking that goddamn grin off your fucking face? That's why I do this. All right, folks, I just wanted to say that. Thanks so much. You guys have a wonderful night, and thank you again.